parking ticket, and I was wondering if you can, just throw it away. You know what I mean?
What's your name again?
Kyle 80.
Kyle 80.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Kyle 80.
Yeah, that'd
Oh,
be.
well, there's some warrants for you, Mr. 80. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. I'm sorry. He's not real important for production or anything, is he? I'm going to have to take him downtown. Hey, look, Kyle.
Time for some more Downtown Houston After Hours shout-outs, starting with Shelter Insurance. David Keeney, phone 967-4112. Shout out to Dr. Joey Richardson III, phone 967-4528 for your dental needs. A big shout out to our friends over at Paws and Claws. Get those pets trimmed now. Phone 967-6951. And a big DHA shout out to Houston Herald. Contact them at 417-967-2000 or find them on the web at houstonherald.com. Homeworks, you will notice the thousands and thousands of ideas for any home project. Crowley's Homeworks has the best selection in the country. You don't have to drive miles to make your home beautiful. Just come on out to Crowley's Homeworks. 3 convenient locations to serve you.
Crowley's Homeworks, turning houses into...
Crowley's Homeworks, Houston, Salem, and Mountain Grove.
Welcome, everyone, to this week's edition of Downtown Houston After Hours. I'm your host, Doug DeForest.
And I'm Laura Crowley.
You're also my host, or somebody's host.
I am. I just didn't want them to get us confused.
Yeah, well, your name's Laura, my name's Doug. I don't think they're going to do that.
That's true.
Nice hat.
Thanks.
That one's kind of stovepipey.
It is.
It kind of rises up,
I wanted-
Alice in Wonderland kind of thing.
I wanted to be the tall one today.
Yeah, well, you're doing it, I think. You kind of outdid me here. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, so tell me, what do you think about our guest today? He's got some pretty exciting things going on in his world.
Yes, he does. Doug Gaston.
And so Doug is going to
His
be...
honor.
Yeah, his honor, Doug
His honor.
Gaston. And he is one of the judges in this area in Texas County. He's got a great program involving the Constitution that we want to talk about later
Yes.
on. Now, also on this show, we got some more great talent coming to you from the stage down where?
Mojo Monkey.
That's right. Ooh, Mojo Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a lot of great other stuff going on, too, like the 2-Minute Chef.
Yes.
And we got the Misunderstanding the News.
The news.
Very confused.
Yes.
I think he is.
He's quite fun, though.
Yeah, he is fun.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you do this weekend? Tell us about your week. Tell us what's going on.
Oh, just raising children.
That's it?
That's a full-time gig.
A lot of people may not know this. You might see it on some of the newscast stuff. You're a co-owner in Crowley's Furniture.
Yes, I am.
Yes, and you guys
Crowley's
have...
Homeworks.
Yeah, Crowley's
Gotta get it
Homeworks.
right. There's a sign.
We have 3 convenient locations to serve you.
Houston, Salem, Mountain Grove.
Yes, and but Houston's the one we love because that's where it all started,
That's
kind
where
of.
we are.
Yeah,
That's right.
And so, what's it like being in the furniture business day and age? Is it very competitive?
It is. It is. Very much so. You just really have to know your market, know your furniture, know your goods, know your floor covering. That's what we all do. So, it's pretty competitive. But I think for a small town business, we're pretty competitive against the larger cities. And I'm really proud of our business here, that if you do actually leave town and go shop somewhere else and then come back here and see our prices, we are competitive.
They're right in the same ballpark.
No, actually, we're lower.
You didn't know that I was going to be interviewing you about your business, did
I
you?
didn't, and I'm kind of
Are you-
a little off balance,
Little
but
off
hey,
balance,
you know
but you're
what?
okay. I mean, well, I took you by surprise.
You did.
But I have noticed that I've shopped at Crowley's many times,
Mm-hmm.
and that's no kidding. And I find that the selection is incredible for a small town, which is what this show is all about. It's about small town America and small town merchants doing great things. And that's what Downtown Houston After Hours is really trying to accomplish. We're trying to bring pride to the downtown areas of America by showing what little towns can do, like Houston, Missouri, who have their own TV show.
Yeah.
And that's better than any infomercial, folks. I will not be selling you a bamboo steamer. I absolutely promise you, no bamboo steamer, no sausage stuffer, no what's that thing, back and forth exercise thingy that shakes. We're not doing that.
No shaking.
Now we will sell Starbucks coffee from Simply Sweets across
Simply
the street.
Sweets. Yeah, they got the real stuff,
They
man.
feed us every morning, and it's good.
They're very good to us.
Starbucks in Houston.
Who knew?
Who'd have thunk it?
Not me.
I didn't
I'd have
thunk
lost
it.
that bet.
Well, folks, I tell you what, we're going to go away, and when we come back, we're going to be right here with His Honor, Doug Gaston.
Yes.
Right here on
Downtown Houston After Hours.
You're So Pro. We'll be right back.
It's time for some downtown Houston after hours shout-outs, folks. Shout out to our good friends at Landmark Bank. Landmark Bank, here for you. Locations all over South Central Missouri. Whispering Pines Cafe next to Gas Plus. Phone 967-2275, open 7 days a week. Sharpshooter's Gun and Pawn, phone 967-0515. Stop by and see us, you'll be glad you did. Shout out to Rootin' Tootin' Alpacas, 16967 Highway B, phone 967-3801. Shout out to Double R Pawn, Houston, Missouri, phone 967-2706, located on South Grand. Shout out to S&S Package Liquor on Brushy Creek Road, phone 967-2505. Shout out to our good friend Bob Amber down at Bob's Barber Shop, phone 217-9719. Mojo Monkey, the home of our music segments, phone 967-7160, 219 North Grand in Houston.
And now it's time for the 2-Minute Chef.
You learned from that, didn't you? Here's Ian.
Hello, I'm the 2-Minute Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make candy pecans. I'm going to start off with 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to add to that 2 cups of water. And I'm going to put that on the stove to come to a boil. Now that that's coming to a boil, I'm going to add these pecans. Now we're going to let those cook until they start to caramelize. All right, now it's time to strain our pecans. Get most of the moisture off of them. Kind of toss them a little bit. You need to be really careful messing with sugar because it is one burn that will keep on burning all the way through your skin. Now I'm going to take these pecans over to the fryer. I'm going to put those in the fryer until they're nice and crispy. I've set my oil at 350 degrees. I'm just going to drop these and let them cook. Well, I'll give the basket a little shake first. All right, I see my pecans are done. I'm going to give this basket a good shake, get almost all the oil off of it before I transfer it over to a cold sheet tray. All right, now that I've got them on the sheet tray, I'm just going to spread them out so they don't stick together as they cool. I'm just going to season them with a little bit of salt. And just lightly dust them with some cayenne pepper. I'm Ian Driesel, I'm the 2-Minute Chef, and there's your 2-minute candy pecans.
From the moment Glenn Romine Sr. first saw that old Model T, he knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to bring quality Ford products to the Ozarks. In 1933, Glenn Romine Sr. did just that. He opened Romine's Motor Company in Houston, Missouri. As Glenn Sr.'s boys grew, Glenn Jr., Don, and Bob all watched their father do business a very simple way. An old-fashioned handshake and a smile, and the best deal you could find. That's right, it's still done that way today at Romine's Motor Company. Glenn Sr. believed in salaried salesmen, so those salesmen would fight to give their customers the best deal possible. And it's remained that way for over 80 years. That's Romine's Motor Company on Highway 63 in Houston, Missouri. Phone 417-967-4134. It's where you'll get your best deal the first time around. Take it from the great Glenn Sr. himself.
Romine's Motor Company, Houston, Missouri. Best idea I ever had.
Hi, Brady. How are you? Corner Express Shell is Houston's only locally owned and operated convenience store where we treat you like family.
At Corner Express Shell, we treat you right, one smile at a time. Corner Express Shell, Houston, Missouri.
Crowley's Homeworks, turning houses into
From the first look at Crowley's Homeworks, you will notice the thousands and thousands of ideas for any home project. Crowley's Homeworks has the best selection in the country. You don't have to drive miles to make your home beautiful. Just come on out to Crowley's Homeworks, 3 convenient locations to serve you.
Crowley's Homeworks, turning houses into
Crowley's Homeworks, Houston, Salem, and Mountain Grove.
Hi, my name is Duncan Smith, Texas County. This is it. I'm actually a dairy farmer. I'm a little out of my element here in Texas County, Houston, Missouri. You need to come and join us. We grow grass. We have medical care. We have the cheapest taxes in the world. We grow more grass than any place in the world. We milk the best cows. If you want a farm, come here. Open up a small business. Texas County supports small business. We run a pumpkin patch. We have a farmstead creamery. We milk the beloveds. We have beef cows. My wife doesn't even sleep. Bring your family here. Your wife will make you a living. Texas County. That's all there is to say. We'll steal the glory as a man. Your wife comes and does all the work. This is it. Smell the air. Smells like dairy cows. Okay, no it doesn't. It's beautiful here. We grow grass. Have I already been through this?
Time for some more great shout-outs, folks. Shout out to DNL Florist. Since 1990, a full-service florist that ships worldwide. Phone 967-3705. Shout out to David Atkinson, your insurance and financial professional and Farmers Insurance agent. Phone 967-2600. Shout out to the good folks at Martin's Plumbing, open 24 hours a day. Phone 217-3113. Shout out to Neil's Sporting Goods, your one-stop sporting goods store. Phone 967-4444, 213 North Grand. Shout out to Stockard Insurance Agency. Phone 967-2300 and request a free insurance quote. Stockard Insurance, independent and gonna stay that way. For a little taste of Mexico, it's Cozumel, 1480 South Sam Houston Boulevard. Phone 967-0530. Shout out to Texas County Veterinary Clinic, 967-3857 on Highway 63 in Houston, Missouri. Shout out to the Office Bar on Grand, phone 967-5381. And the Houston Area Chamber of Commerce, where your business is our business. Phone 967-2220. You know what it's time for now, Laura? It's time to go down the street and see what's going on live on the stage at the Mojo Monkey.
All I know this morning when I woke is I know something now I didn't before. And all I've seen since 18 hours ago is blue eyes and your freckles and your smile in the back of my mind, making me feel right. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better know. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know you, know you, know you. 'Cause all I know is you said hello, and your eyes looking like coming home. All I know is a simple name, and everything has changed. All I know is you held the door. You'll be mine and I'll be yours. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed.
And oh, my walls stood tall and painted blue, but I'll take them down and open up the door for you. And all I feel in my stomach is butterflies, the beautiful kind, making up a lost time, taking flight, making me feel right.
I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know you, know you, know you. 'Cause all I know is you said hello, your eyes looking like coming home. All I simple name, and everything has changed. All I know is you held the door. You'll be mine and I'll be yours. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed. Come back and tell me why I'm feeling like I missed you all this time. And meet me there tonight and let me know that it's not all in my mind. I just wanna know, you better know, you better know, you better now. I just wanna know you, know you, know you. 'Cause all I know is you said hello, and your eyes looking like coming home. All I know is a simple name, and everything has changed. All I know is you held the door. You'll be mine and I'll be yours. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed.
Shout out to High Element Studio for all your recording needs. Phone 417-598-2490. Shout out to Jay and the gang at Quality Painting Construction, 417-260-1991. Free estimates and great work. Shout out to Diamond D Insurance, phone 417-268-8690. Shout out to our friends at Texas County Memorial Hospital, phone 967-3311. Shout out to our friends at Evans Funeral Home, serving your family with dignity and compassion, phone 967-3355. Shout out to Jay's Automotive and Towing, phone 967-3252. Shout out to Missouri Loan Center, phone 967-2274. A big shout out to our friends at Pizza Express, phone 967-4473. Donnie Wells, American Family Insurance, a big shout out to you, phone 967-2400 for your insurance needs. And that's just some of our downtown Houston after hours shout outs.
Crowley's Homeworks, turning houses into
From the first look at Crowley's Homeworks, you will notice the thousands and thousands of ideas for any home project. Crowley's Homeworks has the best selection in the country. You don't have to drive miles to make your home beautiful. Just come on out to Crowley's Homeworks, 3 convenient locations to serve you.
Crowley's Homeworks, turning houses into
Crowley's Homeworks, Houston, Salem, and Mountain Grove.
Hi, this is Dawn at Memories and Dreams in downtown Houston. We have all kinds of items, repurposed, new, used, and wholesale. If we don't have it and you're looking for it, we'll try to find it for you.
Memories and Dreams, 103 South Grand, phone 967-7102. Corner Express Shell wants to tell you one thing. If you try RV gas in your old clunker, you might see a magical change from that clunker into something very special, a high-performance unit. Try V-Gas at Corner Express Shell, the last locally owned and operated convenience store in Houston, Missouri. Simply put, Simply Sweets is amazing. Simply Sweets on Grand Street in Houston, Missouri has everything you want to fill that sweet tooth desire. And great meals, too. And it's the only place in town with Starbucks coffee. So head on out to Simply Sweets. Your tummy will thank you.
Well, Laura, this is something I've been waiting on. We now have another Doug on the set. There's 3 of us around now.
I don't know if I can stand it.
Judge Doug Gaston. Doug, it's good to have you, buddy.
Great to be here.
You know, we're been really excited about this because I've heard a lot about the Constitution Project and the things that you're doing with the kids to try to involve them in just everyday, modern, common sense, knowing the law and understanding how to be a citizen. So, can you tell us some about what you've been doing?
You bet. And the biggest thing about the Constitution Project is the Constitution.
Right.
We really want to teach them more about the Constitution so they understand it better and love it more and love their freedom more.
Right.
And that's really what it's all about, is teaching them that our freedom hinges on the Constitution, and them doing their part as the new generation coming up to protect it, defend it, and honor it. And if they do that, we're all in good shape.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And so we spend time with them. We get mentors in the community. Everybody in this county has been fantastic. We've had volunteers, just 1 second of asking them is all it takes to convince them to say yes. And we've had our police officers and highway patrolmen and journalists and attorneys here in the community all volunteer to do mentor time with the kids. And it's not a traditional mentorship where we just kind of talk at them about what we do. We actually say, here's how you're going to do this job, and let's practice it.
Keeps it from getting boring for them, too.
Absolutely. And so they spend time practicing these different jobs, and then we turn them loose on a crime scene. And this year we surprised them with a wreck where we had wrecked cars come in, and we made it look like they had just driven into a telephone pole with a victim with some fake blood on the head and different pieces of evidence around. And they were judged, the crime scene team was judged on how well they detected the right clues. Did they pick up the right evidence? And interview the witnesses the correct way,
So
just
very
like the real deal.
realistic.
Very realistic.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the journalists are reporting on it, shooting TV stories and writing news reports on the crime scene. The CSI team gets their reports to the attorneys, then the attorneys prepared, and they did a mock trial where they're turned loose in the courtroom, and they call the CSI team as the actual witnesses.
Have to
and
put them through the steps.
do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so really what they're learning is all the steps of law enforcement, but along the way, learning what is proper, what is not proper, how to properly interview a witness, how to,
That's right.
Which makes them respect that authority that much more.
That's right, because they've read about the Fourth Amendment, but
Right.
now all of a sudden they're acting
in
as
them. Yeah.
a law enforcement officer where they're trying to decide at what point do I advise this person of their rights under the Fourth Amendment.
Yeah, am I just speaking to them or am I interrogating
Yeah,
them? Which way is it?
because if I cross that line, that evidence doesn't come into court and our team loses the trial.
Yeah.
And so the Constitution hopefully really comes to life for them and they really experience it in a meaningful way.
Now, you've been a judge for quite a while now, right? How many years?
Going on 6.
Wow, fantastic. And you see a lot of things as a judge, I know, that probably have turned you into this project and made you think of this. A lot of unfortunate cases where people don't seem to understand the value of freedom. Is that right?
That is right.
I mean, that's what I would think if I was sitting in the courtroom daily. You just think, gosh, you just don't understand how much this is a gift.
That is right.
Yeah. So well, if someone wants to get involved with this program, is there a number they can call or?
Probably just call the courthouse to talk to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you'll take the number and get back with them because kids.
Yeah.
Now, do the schools help with this? Do they get involved? Is this
The schools have been great, all the county schools, and this year Houston was one. We picked. The first year we did it, we just did Houston.
Right.
This was the experimental year.
Yeah.
The second year we had all the schools in Texas County, and then this last year we voted. I serve on a Supreme Court committee for civic education, and we voted to make it a statewide project.
Awesome.
And so this was the first year for it being a statewide project, and our committee selected Houston to be one of 8 schools that were picked around the state to participate, and they won their regional competition here and advanced to the state finals in Jefferson City and did a great job up there.
Are you keeping any stats on what? I mean, I'd probably keep them personal in your head. How you see the community, the kids. Do you see a lot of the kids who go through the program that seem to really take to this, or maybe want to be in law enforcement? Do you see that happen?
They do. They do. It's great.
Yeah.
We've got lots of young people that have thought that maybe they want to go into a certain career, and once they experience the project a little bit, they decide maybe I want to be a journalist instead of a policeman, or
because they saw that
versa.
part of it.
But we've had some who have had an interest in law enforcement, and they are just absolutely certain now. I want to be. I've got some of them telling me I'm going to be an FBI agent. I'm going to be in the CIA. Some of those things.
Laura wants to be a CIA agent.
Well, me too, kind of. But
she has her FTD in forestry, which is really big. Yeah, she's gotten a long ways. She has a hat too. That hat's kind of funky. I don't know.
I'm a little lost with the FTD. I think it's FBI.
Oh, FBI.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Well, Doug, I really thank you for stopping by. I know you stay busy. You're a circuit judge, correct? You travel from here to Rolla to what is your territory?
I'm associate circuit judge for Texas County, but then we're in the 25th Circuit, and just today I was in Rolla doing court. So we bounce around a little bit.
Yeah, so that's
a lot of travel.
That's a bad deal. Of course, you've been a state representative as well. And that's how I met you, I think, at first when you were state representative. I think you did a great job. Wish you'd go back to that, but we need you here, too. So that's good.
We need all the help we can get.
Thank you very much. And we're going to tell folks, we're going to put on the screen any information that we can find about this, and we're going to try to do our best to see. Laura has magic hands. Look at that.
That will show, hopefully, the web address for a statewide website for the Constitution Project.
It does, if only we knew that.
It'll be on there.
Yeah, that's perfect. There it is right there. I can't see it because I'm blind. Doug, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more Downtown Houston after.
From the moment Glenn Romine Sr. first saw that old Model T, he knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to bring quality Ford products to the Ozarks. In 1933, Glenn Romine Sr. did just that. He opened Romine's Motor Company in Houston, Missouri. As Glenn Sr.'s boys grew, Glenn Jr., Don, and Bob all watched their father do business a very simple way. An old-fashioned handshake and a smile, and the best deal you could find. That's right, it's still done that way today at Romine's Motor Company. Glenn Sr. believed in salaried salesmen, so those salesmen would fight to give their customers the best deal possible. And it's remained that way for over 80 years. That's Romine's Motor Company on Highway 63 in Houston, Missouri. Phone 417-967-4134. It's where you'll get your best deal the first time around. Take it from the great Glenn Sr. himself.
Romine's Motor Company, Houston, Missouri. Best idea I ever had.
Well, once again, a successful landing has come to the end of downtown Houston after hours. Had a good show, I think.
It's a great day.
You know, something that we have not done since we started this show a few weeks ago, and he probably doesn't know, but I'm going to bring out our director, who happens to be my son.
Yes.
That's right. Pretty proud of him. He does good work, and I want you all to meet him and talk to him a little bit about his involvement. Doug, come on in here. Here, all dressed up for the show. You know, sorry to do that.
All that Fantastic Four over there.
Doug came in. Doug comes in from Los Angeles and helps me with the show. And I tell you what, if people want to get a hold of any of your comedy work, they can look online. And where do they go?
They can look online. They can go to DougDrieselJr.com.
Wait. I got.
That is magic.
I love it.
How does she do that?
I don't know.
Amazing.
I see it on the other. It just pops up when on the camera there.
Awesome.
I thought it was just in the camera, but it's right there.
Well, you know, our other floor man, our cameraman and sound man, Josh York, he used to work for a magician, Kirby Van Birch. He probably taught Josh.
Oh, that's probably.
How to do that.
It's me.
Oh, is it you?
It's me.
It's totally all her.
Totally me.
So so it's just
there,
DougDrieselJr.com.
DougDrieselJr.com, or you can check out my podcast, Obscure Reference with Doug Driesel Jr.
And again.
Right there.
You are okay. It is you. I see it.
I told you.
Now I see it. Watch this. There. Okay. Well, we're all gone now. So, Doug, I'm going to let you take us to the end of the show because it's your. You know, you love being on camera. I know.
All right. Fantastic. Well.
Reaching back